Royal duty in the rain. Fans wait hours. Emotional silence shakes parade after Air India tragedy. It started in the early hours, before the sun had even stretched across the London sky, before the soldiers took formation, and long before the royal carriages appeared at the palace gates. They came quietly at first. Couples with Union Jack umbrellas, parents with sleepy toddlers, and elderly fans wrapped in tartan shawls. By 6 a.m., the mall was lined with people. Some damp, all devoted. They came for history, they came for pageantry, and more than anything, they came for her, the Princess of Wales. Before we dive into this powerful emotional day, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. Because what happened at this year's Trooping the Color wasn't just royal tradition, it was a moment that moved the nation. Trooping the Color is no ordinary event. It's a royal birthday celebration for the monarch, but it's also a symbol. A reminder that through war, peace, loss, and change, the crown marches on. And this year felt different. The atmosphere on the mall had a strange combination of quiet reverence and bubbling anticipation. That's because just days earlier, tragedy had struck. An Air India plane crash claimed many lives, leaving communities across the world grieving. King Charles responded swiftly and solemnly, requesting that every member of the royal family wear black armbands during the parade. He also ordered a rare moment of silence, this during his own birthday celebration. Let that sink in. In the middle of all the ceremony, the polished boots, the shining horses, the trumpets, there would be a pause, a breath, a nation holding still for the sake of others' grief. And yet, despite the sorrowful backdrop, royal fans didn't stay home. They came in even greater numbers, clutching rain ponchos, thermoses, and phones, ready to capture one single moment, the arrival of the Princess of Wales. It was her second trooping appearance since her cancer diagnosis the year before, and the public was ready to cheer her on like never before. Then, just after 9 a.m., the moment arrived. Carriage wheels clattered gently across the palace courtyard, and there she was. Princess Kate, seated beside her children, looking like she had stepped out of a royal portrait. She wore a turquoise coat dress by Catherine Walker, the same designer adored by Princess Diana. Her hat, perfectly perched, was created by Juliette Botterill. But what caught every fan's breath? The small, meaningful touches. A pair of pearl and diamond earrings once worn by the late Queen, and pinned close to her heart, the Irish Guards regimental brooch, a nod to her honorary military role. As if that wasn't enough to turn heads, Princess Charlotte sat beside her, wearing a perfectly matching outfit. Same tone, same elegance, same quiet strength. It was like watching a legacy continue in real time. One royal watcher whispered, "It's like seeing two future queens at once." Meanwhile, Prince William, riding tall in full military uniform, prepared to take part in the parade on horseback. His posture, upright, proud, and composed, was everything the public expects from the future king. But it was his glance toward the carriage, a soft smile breaking across his face when he saw Kate and the kids, that reminded everyone, beneath the crown is a family. As the procession moved toward Horse Guards Parade, umbrellas popped open along the mall. The drizzle came down, light at first, then steadier, but not one fan moved. Some clapped, others simply watched, soaking in the moment with tear-lined eyes. No one was leaving. Rain or not, they had waited all morning to see history unfold. And then came the moment no one will forget. The king, dressed in full regalia, stepped onto the dais to review his troops. Normally, this would be the crescendo, but this time, everything stopped. The military band fell silent. The cheering faded. Even the horses seemed to sense something sacred. A moment of silence, right there in the middle of the most elaborate royal event of the year. The camera panned to Catherine. Her gloved hand rested on Prince Louis's knee. Charlotte had her head slightly bowed. William, his chest rising and falling steadily, stood motionless. And King Charles, visibly emotional, closed his eyes. All of them wore black armbands, for the lives lost, for the family's mourning, for the dignity of remembrance. And then slowly, almost tenderly, the drums began again. The parade resumed. But something in the air had shifted. It was no longer just a display of British tradition. It had become a living, breathing act of empathy. Later, back at Buckingham Palace, the royal family reassembled for the famous balcony appearance. The skies had cleared just enough to allow the red arrows to fly over in their signature V formation, trailing smoke in red, white, and blue. The crowd erupted as Prince George pointed to the jets. Louis covered his ears, and Charlotte giggled. But once again, all eyes went back to Catherine. With William beside her and Charles to her right, she stood poised, armband still visible, waving with that signature warmth. She didn't just look the part. She was the part. Resilient, regal, real. By now, social media was on fire. Hashtags like Trooping the Color 2025 and Princess Kate trended globally. Fans posted side-by-side comparisons of Kate and Diana in similar Catherine Walker designs. Others posted clips of the moment of silence, calling it the most respectful act they had ever seen from a royal family. Even critics, usually quick to jab, held their tongues. What became clear, especially after this day, is that the British public sees Kate Middleton not just as a future queen, but as the anchor of the royal family's public heart. With every appearance, she blends respect for the past with a clear, steady step into the future. So what did this year's Trooping the Color teach us? That even in the rain, even through grief, the monarchy continues, but not coldly. Through its people, through its moments of silence and style and strength, it finds ways to honor, to comfort, and to connect. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe because our next video will take you behind the scenes of that very balcony moment with expert breakdowns, unseen details, and how Kate's fashion team made a last-minute change you won't believe. And now, we want to hear from you. What did you think of Kate's turquoise tribute? Did Charlotte steal the show? Or was it the moment of silence that struck you most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read everyone. Like, share, and keep watching because the next royal chapter is already being written and we're bringing it straight to you.